Hello and welcome to this quick start video for Delphin 2. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to hit the water, so let's get to it. The very first time you turn on your Delphin 2, you'll be taken through a guided setup process. During this process, you'll connect to your home's Wi-Fi, download some apps, and assign some button functions on your Delphin 2. Let's walk through that setup process together right now. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and turn on your Delphin 2 by holding down the power button. After the Delphin 2 finishes booting up, you should see this screen here. It's going to warn you that the setup process may take up to 30 minutes, but that is totally dependent on how fast your Wi-Fi is. Usually, this process takes no more than a few minutes. After we press Setup, the Delphin 2 is going to teach us a bit about using the back button, which is very important for navigation on the Delphin. Go ahead and press the back button, located on the side of your Delphin, to complete the tutorial and proceed through the setup process. Now it's time to connect to Wi-Fi so we can download apps and playlists. Select Connect to Wi-Fi, then select your home's Wi-Fi network. Now it's time to enter your Wi-Fi password and try out a brand new feature in Delphin 2, the unique side-scrolling keyboard. This update makes typing on Delphin's tiny screen much easier. I'm gonna blur the video here to keep my password secret, but go ahead and try it out for yourself. Swipe back and forth to scan through the keys. You can toggle between the alphabet, numbers, and special characters along the bottom. Use Delphin 2's new keyboard to enter your Wi-Fi password now. Now that we're successfully connected to Wi-Fi, it's time to download some apps. Now, I got a little bit excited here and downloaded all of them, but my advice is to just pick a few apps that you'll use the most to keep the setup process quick. You can always download more later, so don't worry. After you've tapped on the apps that you want to download, choose Install Selected. At this point, the Delphin 2 will begin downloading the apps themselves, as well as any necessary app updates. How long this takes will completely depend on how fast your Wi-Fi is and how many apps you choose. For the sake of this video, I'm going to edit out the part where we wait for the apps to install. So, go ahead and get your apps downloading, pause this video, and come back when your apps have all finished installing. Alright, if you're watching this part of the video, I'm assuming you've allowed all of your apps to install completely and you're ready to move on. If that's the case, I have good news. We are done with the initial setup process. Now it's time to choose our home screen shortcuts and download some playlists for the pool. Now that the guided setup is complete, the Delphin 2 is going to show you how to navigate the home screen with some brief tips. It will teach you how to replace app shortcuts on the home screen and where to find your full library of installed apps. Let's try one of these tips by swapping out an app on the home screen. Press and hold any of the 4 shortcut icons until the shortcut menu appears. Then, simply scroll through and choose what you'd like to replace it with. I've gone ahead and swapped out all 4 of my shortcut icons off camera, so my home screen is how I like it. Feel free to take a few minutes to play with different home screen arrangements before moving on. Make it your own. Besides streaming apps, you can also add things like lap tracking and volume adjustments as shortcuts. We are nearing the finish line, folks. Now that we've got our Wi-Fi connected, apps downloaded, and shortcuts set up how we like them, there's just one final step. Arguably the single most important step to having an amazing experience in the water. It's time to download offline playlists. Remember, Wi-Fi does not work underwater. Thankfully, all of the popular streaming apps offer offline playlists, which allow us to download tracks so that we don't need any Wi-Fi connection to listen to them. I'm going to use Spotify as an example, but this process is similar in every app. If you need specific step-by-step instructions for a different app, the app makers themselves have the best tutorials on how to do this, because the steps are exactly the same as on your smartphone. So, if you need help with Audible, Apple Music, or any other app, it's best to simply Google that app's name plus the phrase offline playlist, and you'll find a high-quality step-by-step tutorial direct from the source. For now, let's see how it's done in Spotify. Open Spotify and sign in to your Spotify Premium account. Note that Spotify does require you to be a paid member to use offline playlists. Kind of a bummer, but hey, we don't make the rules. Once you're logged in, simply open the playlist or album you'd like to take to the pool, then tap on the little gray downward arrow icon here. It will immediately begin downloading. How long this takes completely depends on how fast your home's Wi-Fi network is, as well as the size of the playlist or album. You'll know it's done when the loading circle turns into a green arrow. Rinse and repeat for any other playlists you'd like to take to the pool. And that is it! We are done and ready to dive in with Delphin 2. If at any point in this video you got stuck or ran into trouble, please reach out to us directly and we'd love to help you through it. You can email help@underwateraudio.com or give us a ring at the number listed on our website, underwateraudio.com. Our team in Corvallis, Oregon is available between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday Pacific Standard Time. Seriously, our customer service team is awesome and they're always willing to hop on a call to help you out however you need.